Archangel Michael says, there is a truth unfolding now, a truth that weighs heavy on their heart. They know deep down that it was their fault, the reason your voice grew silent and your texts faded into absence. They feel the emptiness every day, and yet they know they were the ones who caused the distance to grow. They replay moments in their head, scenes where their choices and actions drove a wedge between you. Every memory is now colored with regret, because they see clearly how they mishandled the love and bond they once had with you. Their spirit is restless, unable to find peace in the silence you created. Even when they try to distract themselves, your absence echoes louder than any sound. They feel the weight of guilt pressing into their chest, reminding them that it was their fault you stopped reaching out. They cannot run from this reality anymore. The heavens are showing them the mirror of their actions, and the truth is undeniable. Their heart trembles with regret, but it is regret born too late, because your silence has already become the loudest answer. Type Amen to get blessing 333. They thought you would always forgive, always bend, always come back no matter how many times they faltered. But this time you stood firm, and the silence became your shield. Now they know that they broke something sacred with their own hands. They scroll through old messages, longing to see your name light up their screen again. Yet every attempt to write is stopped by the memory of how badly they hurt you. They cannot escape the truth that this silence was carved by their own fault. Your withdrawal has been the lesson they never expected, one that cuts sharper than any blade. It was not your desire to walk away, but you had no choice when the pain grew too heavy. And now, in your absence, they taste the bitter fruit of their own actions. Even at night, when sleep should come, they lie awake consumed by what they lost. Your silence has become the haunting reminder of what they destroyed through neglect, lies, or pride. Type Amen to get blessing 444. Archangel Michael says, they are being called to face themselves honestly for the first time. No excuses can erase what they did, and no distraction can fill the void of your absence. The heavens will not allow them to escape this truth any longer. Your energy is still felt, even though you do not call or text. They sense you in their thoughts, in the quiet moments where they remember your laughter and your care. That memory is now punishment, because they know they caused the silence that replaced it. They wonder if you still think about them, but deep inside, they know you have moved differently now. Your silence is not revenge, it is protection. And that is what shakes their soul the most. The truth is they always thought you would remain no matter what. But your silence has proven that you can choose yourself, even when it means leaving them behind. Type Amen to get blessing 555. They whisper apologies into the air, but those words never reach you. It is too late for apologies when the wound was left open for so long. They feel powerless, knowing the fault is written in their own actions. Their friends may not know the full story, but deep down they do. They know they are the reason you stopped reaching out. They know you withdrew to save your heart. This silence is louder than any argument, stronger than any words. It is the final boundary you set, and it pierces their soul because they cannot undo it. They cannot pretend anymore. Now, every missed call, every unread message, every silence is a consequence. They know it, and heaven ensures they feel it until they truly change within. Type Amen to get blessing 666. They thought time would erase your silence, but instead, time has only made it heavier. Every day without your call reminds them that they are the reason it ended. They carry this weight like a chain around their heart. They try to convince themselves that you will return, but heaven whispers the truth: they lost the right to hear your voice. The silence is not just an absence, it is a decision. One that they pushed you into with their actions. They have cried in moments no one has seen, because their pride hides the truth in front of others. But inside, they crumble under the reality that you will not reach out again. The fault is theirs, and no excuse can protect them now. The angels have marked this moment in their soul, reminding them that every choice has a price. And the price they now pay is your silence, your distance, and your absence. Type Amen to get blessing 777. Your silence is not weakness, it is strength. It is the voice of your spirit saying, enough. And this strength shakes them because it proves you can stand without them. They remember how often you gave them chances, how many times you forgave. They thought your heart was unbreakable, yet they forgot your heart was also precious. And now they see that your silence is not anger, it is survival. Every time they see your photo, their chest tightens. They cannot escape the truth that they destroyed something pure. Their soul trembles at the memory of what they had with you. Even if they wanted to run back, fear holds them. Fear that you will never look at them the same again. Fear that you are done for good. Type Amen to get blessing 888. If you wish to express your support further, you have the option to give super thanks, with contributions of up to $20. Archangel Michael says, Heaven has closed this chapter for your protection. The silence you chose was guided by divine hands, shielding you from further harm. And though they regret it now, the separation was always meant for your peace. You may not see their tears, but they are real. They sit in silence staring at old conversations, replaying what they wish they could undo. But no matter how much they regret, the silence remains. The angels know you longed for love that honored your soul. And when it was not given, heaven stepped in to remove you from the pain. That is why your silence has become so powerful. They will try to reach you again, but heaven knows the timing is not theirs to control. For now, they must live with the echo of your absence. That is the lesson they cannot escape. Type Amen to get blessing 999. They walk into familiar places and feel your energy missing. Every corner, every memory, feels incomplete without you there. This emptiness follows them everywhere. When they hear your name, their heart stops. It is the reminder of what they pushed away. And now they are haunted by the silence you gave them. Your spirit was the light they didn't know how to protect. And once the light was gone, the darkness grew inside them. That darkness is guilt, and it will not leave them easily. They tell others they are fine, but heaven knows the truth. They are restless, broken, and filled with regret, because you are gone from their reach. Type Amen to get blessing 111. Even the smallest moments remind them of you. A song, a phrase, a place, everything carries your memory. They cannot escape you, even in silence. They thought losing contact would be temporary. But now they know it is permanent unless heaven wills otherwise. This truth shakes them more than anything else. The silence you hold is your boundary, and heaven honors it. It is not punishment, it is protection. And deep down, they finally understand this. Your absence is their greatest teacher. Every breath without you reminds them of the fault that lives within them. Type Amen to get blessing 222. They feel the silence like a storm that never ends. Every day they wait, hoping your name will appear, but it doesn't. The emptiness is their punishment now. Their soul aches because they know you once cared deeply. They had your love, your patience, your trust. And they let it slip away like sand through their fingers. No one else can replace what they lost with you. They try to move forward, but nothing compares. Heaven will not allow them to find peace until they learn. The silence speaks louder than words ever could. It is the voice of your spirit declaring freedom. And they hear it in every moment of regret. Type Amen to get blessing 3333. They wonder if you still think of them at all. But the truth is, your silence has become the clearest sign. You chose yourself over their mistakes. Their guilt is heavy because they know you deserved more. You deserved honesty, effort, and love that stayed. Instead, they gave excuses and half-truths. Now, the silence is their mirror. They cannot run from what they see reflected there. It is their failure staring back at them. The angels surround you with strength, showing you that silence is not weakness, it is power. And that power shakes them to the core. Type Amen to get blessing 4444. Archangel Michael says, their soul cries out for another chance, but heaven will not bend until they change within. This silence is not a wall. It is a test. And only transformation can open the door again. They remember your laughter, your voice, the way you cared. These memories are both comfort and torment. Because they know they are locked away in the past. They try to fill the void with distractions, but nothing works. Your silence echoes louder than any sound. It is the reminder of what they lost. Their pride is breaking now. They realize too late that love cannot be taken for granted. And heaven has made sure they feel this lesson deeply. Type Amen to get blessing 5555. At night, they whisper your name into the dark. They hope somehow your spirit will hear, but the silence remains. The stillness is the answer. They replay the last moments, wishing they had chosen differently. Wishing they had spoken love instead of anger. But wishes cannot undo silence. Even the angels watch as they crumble under regret. The silence they created has become their prison. And there is no escape until truth is faced. Your spirit is at peace, and theirs is restless. This is divine balance, heaven making sure justice is done. Type Amen to get blessing 6666. Their family and friends may not know the full truth. But inside, they know every detail of the fault. And that knowledge eats away at them daily. They scroll through your photos, feeling both warmth and sorrow. Warmth for the love that once was, sorrow because they destroyed it. And the silence is the proof. Your strength shocks them still. They never believed you could walk away. But heaven gave you courage when you needed it most. Now, their world feels incomplete. Without your calls, your texts, your presence, they are lost. and they know it is all their fault. Type Amen to get blessing 7777. They dream about you, but the dreams are bittersweet. You appear smiling, yet the silence follows even in sleep. They wake up to the same emptiness. They regret every word left unsaid. Every moment they chose pride over love. Those choices haunt them endlessly. Heaven will not let them forget, because your soul is protected now. Your silence is the shield heaven gave you. And they cannot break it. They are left in the ruins of their own mistakes. And heaven has sealed the door until they truly transform. Type Amen to get blessing 8888. They walk through their days with a hollow heart. Every moment feels incomplete without the sound of your voice. And they know your silence is their own doing. No matter what they try, nothing erases the memory of you. You linger in their mind like a sacred echo. The absence is louder than presence ever was. Your silence has become their punishment, their teacher, their reminder. Heaven allows them to feel it so they never forget. And still, they wish for one more chance. But heaven guards you tightly now. This silence is not emptiness, it is divine protection around your soul. And they cannot pass through it. Type Amen to get blessing 9999. They keep drafting messages they will never send. Words they cannot bring themselves to deliver. Because deep down, they fear you will never answer. Every vibration of their phone stings, because they hope it is you. But the screen remains empty of your name. That emptiness crushes them. You once filled their world with light. But they chose shadows, and now they live with darkness. Their fault carved the silence they now endure. This silence is not just distance, it is destiny. Heaven planned it this way to give you peace and freedom. And that is what scares them most. Type Amen to get blessing 1111. The silence is a mirror, and in it, they see every flaw. They see the careless words, the broken promises, the selfish acts. And it cuts them deeply now. They wonder if your heart still remembers them, but the truth is painful. Your silence has told them everything they needed to know. And it is unbearable. Their soul trembles because they know you are stronger without them. You have chosen yourself, your healing, your worth. And heaven supports this choice. No one can take away the strength you've built in silence. Your absence has become your greatest answer. And they finally understand. Type Amen to get blessing 1212. Archangel Michael says, the silence will not break until their soul learns its lesson. Heaven will not allow your peace to be disturbed. And so they remain restless while you grow stronger. They thought your love was endless, but they forgot your love also had limits. Limits drawn by dignity and truth. Your silence now is those limits made clear. Their chest tightens when they realize it's too late. Too late to take back the words, too late to undo the hurt. And heaven makes sure they feel that weight. Even their prayers carry your name, but heaven answers differently now. The silence remains, because your spirit deserves peace first. Type Amen to get blessing 1313. Their friends cannot see the storm within them. They laugh on the outside, but inside they break daily. The silence devours them. They drive past familiar places and feel their heart ache. Everything reminds them of what they had. And of how they lost it. You no longer chase, no longer call, no longer explain. Your silence has become your answer to everything. And they hate how powerful it feels. They are left with nothing but regret. And regret is the loudest sound in their life now. Type Amen to get blessing 1414. They thought you would always wait. But heaven showed them otherwise. Heaven showed them you can walk away. Now, their nights are longer, darker, heavier. Because sleep cannot save them from memory. And every memory leads back to their fault. The angels hold you safe, wrapped in silence like a shield. No harm can reach you, no manipulation can touch you. You are free. And while you rise, they fall deeper into regret. Their punishment is not distance, it is knowing they caused it. Type Amen to get blessing 1515. They can no longer hide from the truth. Every breath reminds them of what they lost, and why they lost it. Their own fault created this distance. They feel your absence in the smallest details. In the way the day feels incomplete, in the way the night feels endless. Your silence has become the loudest presence in their life. They once believed your heart would always bend. But now they see your silence is the boundary that will never break. And it terrifies them. The angels have made sure their heart feels this sorrow. Because heaven knows your soul deserves peace after all you endured. Type Amen to get blessing 1616. They keep hoping for a sign, a message, a signal from you. But the silence stretches on without mercy. It is the consequence of their choices. Your strength has shaken them deeply. They never thought you would be the one to step away. Yet heaven gave you the courage to choose silence over pain. Their guilt has become their shadow. Following them everywhere, whispering of the love they destroyed. It is a weight they cannot escape. And still, your silence remains unshaken. That is what cuts them most, knowing you will not break it for them anymore. Type Amen to get blessing 1717. At night, they hear the echo of your laughter in their memory. It comes like a ghost, haunting them with what used to be. And it vanishes into silence. They hold their phone, staring at your old messages. But your name never appears again. The emptiness grows heavier each day. They know now that silence is a language. It is your spirit declaring freedom and dignity. And it speaks louder than any words. Heaven has sealed this silence as your protection. It is a shield wrapped around you, impenetrable by their regret. Type Amen to get blessing 1818. Archangel Michael says, they must walk this path of regret until transformation truly takes place. The silence is not cruel, it is just. It is heaven's justice for your pain. Their spirit trembles under the weight of this truth. Because they know you are rising while they remain chained. Their punishment is watching you grow stronger in silence. They cannot undo the fault now. The silence is permanent until heaven decides otherwise. And heaven stands firmly on your side. Your voice is no longer theirs to hear. Your heart is no longer theirs to touch. And the silence proves it. Type Amen to get blessing 1919. They tell themselves stories to ease the ache. But deep down, they know the truth cannot be softened. They caused this, and now they live in the ruins. Every place they go, they feel your energy missing. The void is unbearable, yet it teaches them daily. Silence has become their teacher. They see your strength in this decision. The courage to stop calling, to stop texting, to stop giving. And they admire you even as it breaks them. Your silence is your crown now. And heaven has placed it on you to show that your worth is untouchable. Type Amen to get blessing 2020. They never believed silence could feel so loud. But it echoes through every corner of their life. And it leaves them powerless. They long for forgiveness, but heaven keeps the door closed. Because you deserve healing before anything else. And that healing begins with silence. They wait for the day you might speak again. But heaven whispers that the timing belongs only to the divine. And that day is not today. So they remain restless, broken, and consumed by guilt. And you remain free, strong, and untouchable in your silence. Type Amen to get blessing 2121. They are beginning to understand that silence is not emptiness. Silence is your choice, your strength, your boundary. And it is louder than any argument ever could be. They feel haunted by the spaces where your voice once was. The laughter that used to echo is gone, replaced by stillness. And that stillness has become their punishment. They thought time would heal, but time has only magnified the distance. Days pass, yet the silence feels eternal. It is the reminder they cannot escape. And every time they think of reaching out, heaven blocks their hand. The silence remains firm because your spirit must remain protected. Type Amen to get blessing 2222. Your silence is now their mirror. In it, they see everything they refused to admit before. They see the pain they caused, and it shatters them. They cannot erase the fault with excuses. Heaven doesn't allow lies to cover truth anymore. So the silence keeps pressing into their heart. They hoped you would eventually bend. But now they see you are unshakable, standing tall in the strength heaven gave you. And that strength terrifies them. Every moment without you is a reminder of the choice you made. And that choice has become the greatest lesson of their life. Type Amen to get blessing 2323. They once believed you would always call first, text first, forgive first. But this silence has proven them wrong. You are not the same person they took for granted. Now, they see your worth more clearly than ever. But the clarity comes too late. Silence has already sealed the truth. Their soul trembles because they know you will not chase anymore. You are done explaining, done waiting, done giving. And your silence has become final. The angels hold you with strength, making sure this silence cannot be broken by false promises. Only truth and transformation could open that door again. Type Amen to get blessing 2424. Archangel Michael says, heaven guided your heart to walk away when it was needed. The silence you chose was not weakness, but divine wisdom. And it has saved you more than you know. They sit in the ruins of regret now, unable to rebuild what was lost. Because this silence has drawn a line they cannot cross. It is a wall built by heaven itself. They may cry in secret, but heaven sees it all. Their guilt is the fruit of their choices. And heaven makes sure it stays with them. Your spirit is light, rising higher each day. Their spirit remains heavy, bound to the weight of silence. Type Amen to get blessing 2525. They replay your last words, searching for signs. But even those words cannot comfort them now. Because silence speaks louder. The truth is that they are left behind. While you step into healing, they remain trapped in guilt. And this is the balance heaven has chosen. Their nights are long and restless. Every dream brings you back, but every morning reminds them you are gone. And that ache never fades. The silence is the answer they never wanted but needed. It is justice delivered without words. Type Amen to get blessing 2626. They try to fill the void with distractions, but nothing works. Every attempt feels empty without you. The silence cannot be drowned out. Their heart aches as they realize how precious you truly were. They know they cannot find another like you. And this truth breaks them even more. Even when they see joy around them, it feels hollow. Because nothing compares to what they lost. And that loss is permanent for now. Your silence has become their endless reminder. They will carry it until heaven says the lesson is learned. Type Amen to get blessing 2727.